Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. Texas is a prosperous yet working family state, and here working families are set up to struggle. Working families do not share in the wealth that they create. Since 2010, while the Texas GDP has increased by 108%, the percent of Texas households that struggle to afford essential expenses like housing, childcare, food, and unexpected costs has remained stagnant at approximately 40%. 14% of Texas households fell below the federal poverty level in 2021. An additional 29% were classified as asset-limited, income-constrained, employed households. Incomes higher than the federal poverty level, but still too low to afford basic necessities. At least 1 in 5 Texan households live below this threshold in every county. Working Texans are going to pay the price in this upcoming inflationary period, as inflation spikes from sweeping tariffs on everything from rice to car seats. And then again, in this budget where we are failing to prepare for the fallout, we're plunging into a trade war that will hit every household, and this budget pretends it's not happening. So right now, the state of Texas can tell you how many billions in profit corporations raked in today to the dollar. But ask how many kids at school went hungry, or how many families got eviction notices, or how many seniors had their lights shut off last week. And the state shrugs. We don't even notice. This dashboard will allow us to identify areas where economic help is most urgently needed and rapidly deploy support to those areas. It will be updated quarterly, disaggregated by race, income, and zip code, and available to the public with download data and interactive maps. This amendment is about transparency. It's about data that drives action and helps us rush support to where it's most needed.
Will the representative yield for questions?
Gentlelady yield for questions?
Yes.
Gentlelady yields.
Good. Where is this money coming from? If we're doing put and take, where are you taking from?
I am taking from general revenue appropriations for border security.
So the border security, and how much are you taking?
I am taking $5 million.
And where are you planning on putting it?
Into the general revenue for the comptroller public accounts to use to maintain this dashboard.
To maintain what?
This dashboard.
So we have thousands of people dying from fentanyl. We have illegal immigrants coming across that are criminals, that are gang members, that are killing Americans. And I just can't see a reason why we would want to pull $5 million from border security. Do you support the border security that we have to stop fentanyl, human trafficking of women and innocent women and children that are being pushed into sex slavery and fentanyl?
I understand how important your talking points are to you. But at the end of the day, here in Texas, we see Texans that are being evicted right now as we speak. While you want to use your talking points, your right-wing red meat talking points, I hear you. I got you. You know, you have to serve the red meat. But these same people that you're serving the red meat to, they're getting evicted from their homes. Their children are not, or their schools are being closed. Their hospitals are being closed. They're not able to feed their families. Their Social Security is being cut. So while you want to distract from the real problem so that you can give this red meat to these Fox viewers every day, you need to wake up and see what's really happening in Texas. What's happening in Texas is we are creating poverty, and we are struggling families and keeping a financial stranglehold on them. So that is what is important to me. You may want to distract from the issue, but my focus is on let us know where working families need help so we can help them. And let's stop distracting from all this nonsense. And your president supposedly is fixing it and has it all fixed anyway. So let him do what he's promised, he said he's going to do, and let us focus on our job, which is to save the lives and make the lives better of working Texans. That's what I'm here for. Well, and I wish that that's what you were here for, too. When you got elected, that's what you said you were here for. And I think that's what we're all here for, is to help working families. Let us focus on the issues. So everything that we do in this body is to help working families, or it should be.
Well, first and foremost, he's your president too, whether you like it or not.
You're right. You're right.
Second is these people getting evicted from their homes. There are other ways to talk with the author and get these, but to pull money from the border, it's happening. You can't hide from it. People are
you're
dying.
right.
Hold on. Wait a second. Mm-hmm. Women and children are being trafficked. They're put in the back of semi-trucks. 50 of them died a couple of years ago. They're being trafficked into sex slavery. They're dying when they come across the border because there's not water. Hold on. Fentanyl deaths are at an all-time high. These things are happening. I just don't think that this is the best place for you to decide to pull money.
How many more billions of dollars? It's still happening today, right? Your governor got $11 billion to do something about this. Now he's asking for 6.5
Well, let's get your
more.
border- let's
How
get your
many
people to close the
billions
border.
more dollars do you need
Let's
to
get
stop
your
these talking
party
points?
to support
we
closing the
could give you
border.
$1 trillion and you would still cry and this red meat nonsense
I'll be
while
voting ag-
families are struggling.
I'm voting
Members,
against
please
this.
try not to talk over each other so the members can hear
Thank
what
you.
you're having
I'll
to
be
say.
voting against this amendment, and I hope most people will, to stop human trafficking of women and children and fentanyl and gangs coming across the border
Thank
to
you,
kill
Mr.
Americans.
Tinderholt. And let us really focus on the issue.
Mr. Speaker,
Ms. Hinojosa,
will the gentlewoman yield for questions?
will the gentlelady yield for questions?
Yes, I
The
will.
gentlelady yields.
Representative Rodríguez Ramos, do you know how much money overall is included in this budget for border security?
Billions.
It is $6.5 billion. With a B.
Yes.
At a time when Donald Trump is president and the job to secure the border is the responsibility of who?
The federal government.
The federal government, that's right. And do you know what the competitive bidding process looks like for the biggest of those expenditures, which is the giant military-style base that's in Eagle Pass?
No, nobody knows. In fact, we Texans are spending $52 million a week for this same red meat that these people want to shove down our throats while families are struggling to survive in Texas.
Do you know what this is really about?
What is it about?
It's about no bid contracts that the agency is entering into for hundreds of millions of dollars, taxpayer hard-earned dollars that are going to these pork projects in the name of border security.
That's
So
right.
I think you have a good amendment, Representative, and I'm happy to support it.
Thank you. I close.
Mr. Verdell, for what purpose?
She just closed.
Yes, thank you.
Ms. Rodríguez Ramos sends up an amendment. The bill authors leaving it to the will of the House. The record vote has been requested. A record vote is granted. Clerk, please ring the bell. Show Mr. Canals voting no. Have all members voted? Have all members voted? There being 56 ayes and 90 nays, the amendment fails to adopt.